Hello, Jeremy here from your International Business Channel, and today we're going to start a series of podcasts on the topic of setting up a manufacturing plant in your target country. Whether you're starting from scratch or modifying an existing building, creating a manufacturing facility is a huge investment. It's not just about money, although that can be considerable. It's about time, resources and planning. We're going to explore the options that you should consider, from simple setups to complex projects, and highlight the things that you need to know to make the smartest choice. Let's start by acknowledging that building a plant is a serious commitment. When we say building a plant, it could mean setting up a brand new plant or repurposing an old building to fit your needs. Either way, you're talking about a long-term investment, and once you've started this, it's pretty hard to walk away without losing a lot of money. Now let's start looking at some of the options that may be open to you. There's no one-size-fits-all solution. It depends on your goals, your budget and your timeline. So what are your choices? Well, let's start with the simplest one. You supply the products from your home country. This operation is obviously the simplest. You keep your production in the home country and ship your products to the market. This can save a lot of hassle of setting up a new facility. But remember, shipping costs and import taxes can mount up. Also, delivery times might be longer, which might affect customer satisfaction. And of course, if you're in a high labor, high cost market and you're shipping to a low cost market, you could give your competition advantage over you in terms of cost. The next simplest, lowest cost solution is to find a toll manufacturer in your target country. A toll manufacturer is a manufacturer who takes the raw materials that you have provided to him and then he converts them into the finished product. It's a local business who can produce your product for you. You get the benefit of local production without the need to build your own facility. The downside, you've got to find a reliable partner. They're going to take their profit cut, and you may not have as much control over quality or timeliness as you might like. You are not going to be the toll manufacturer's only customer. Okay, so the next step, lease an existing building. If you need more control but aren't ready to build from scratch, leasing an existing building can be a good compromise. You find a facility that's already built, it could well be second-hand, and outfit and equip it to meet your needs. This option is often faster and cheaper than building a new plant, but the building's layout and age might limit you. For example, in the Philippines, they build right up to the property lines, and this can be challenging if you need to provide employee parking. Next step is build to suit with a developer. If you have very specific needs, you could find a developer who will build to suit. In other words, they're going to design the construction facility that exactly meets your needs. It's a flexible option, but it's probably take you a little bit longer, and it's certainly going to cost more in terms of rent than using an existing building, and the developer is going to require a longer commitment. You may find that if you're leasing a building, 5 years is a typical commitment. If it's built to suit, it's usually going to be at least 10. Finally, of course, you go the greenfield route. This is the big one. This means buying a piece of land and building the plant from the ground up, exactly how you need it. It gives you full control over every detail, from layout to design to sustainability features. However, it is the most time consuming, it is the most expensive, and you will need a lot of support, particularly if you're not used to building plants either in your home country or in the target country. Legal implications. It's important that you know the laws of the land that you're going to be working in. Before you break ground, there's a couple of things that you really do need to understand. Local laws. Every country has its own rules, especially regarding land ownership. In some countries, there are strict restrictions on ownership by foreigners of the land. So make sure you can own the land that you're planning to use. Also, some business practices change. I remember buying a plant in Thailand where ownership and title did not match. One company owned the land and another company, totally unrelated, had the title. You can imagine that was quite a complex transaction. So do understand local business practices. Knowing these sort of laws up front can save you from major headaches. Better to work through lawyers and real estate agents who can guide you through the paperwork and help you navigate any restrictions. Also remember environmental impact assessments. You're almost certainly going to need to do an environmental impact assessment which will take into account the impact on the environment of your plant. Look, building a plant is no small feat. From shipping your products from home to building a greenfield site, there are multiple paths for you to consider, and each has its own benefits and challenges. Take the time to weigh out the options for you carefully and think about your business's long-term goals. Thanks for listening. If you've enjoyed this short video, please like and subscribe. If you want to know a little bit more about taking your company overseas, go to my3cc.com/overseas, where you can download a PDF which will give you a lot of the information that you need to think about when taking your company overseas. Thanks for listening. My name is Jeremy Gray. I wish you fair winds and following seas on your international venture. Take care.